Hey you guys, thanks so much for clicking on my channel with All Smiles over here. I am Will Sanja's like asking a question. Will Sanja help you keep your smile for today? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm trying to keep you along, but y'all know if it gets good, I'm gonna do what? Keep on talking. The golden nugget is don't waste your time by putting limitations on God. Do not waste your time by putting limits on God. By putting limitations on God. What am I talking about? It's self-explanatory. Listen, y'all. Once upon a time in my life, and sometimes every once in a while I catch myself doing it, I have to pull back and say, hey girl, get a line of connected. You're stepping off. But y'all, once upon a time in my life, I remember I was about, I think I was 21 years old. I was 21 years old, about to turn 22. And I was still living with my mom. And of course, when you know you're grown, you start to clash, right? And my mom and I, we weren't clashing like super badly, but it was to a point where I knew I was grown. My mom knew I was grown. She was like, you ain't gonna be able to do that. In other words, I want to stay out late with my friends if I want to stay out till 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock, knowing if I just left a movie or we just hanging out talking. My mom was like, no, you can't do that. I was like, 21 years old. This ain't making sense. But at the time, it wasn't registering that, hey girl, this ain't your house. And you can't come in here whenever you want to. So you abide by the rules or you get out. So I was like, okay. I got my Toyota van. I told you about my Toyota van that had radiator problems, right? I had always had to have a lot of jugs filled with water. So when it ran hot, I stopped, filled it up, and kept on chucking, right? So I said to myself, you know what? Tomorrow, I'm going to look for me a house or look for me an apartment, and I'm moving out. So that's what I did. The next day came, I think that was on a Friday that happened, and the next day came around and on that Saturday, and I got in my Toyota van with all them jugs of water, and I just went out looking for an apartment, right? Y'all, I went here to there, to here to there, to here to there, to here to there, here to there. Mind you, I was looking for places that would coincide or would be cohesive with what I was making. Mind you, I told you I worked at the police department part-time, which means I wasn't making cop money. I wasn't making a lot of money. So I was trying to look for stuff that looked like I can afford it, okay? So I was going here to there and here to there, stopping the car, letting it cool down, and putting water in, and going again, doing the same thing, just wasting time. I was so tired. I was like, when I was on my last jug of water, y'all, I was like, let me go back home. So I went back home and I said, now I know. I was talking to God. I was like, now I know it's one out here. I know it's a place out here for me. And then that's when I ask God, not on limiting him as far as looking at my knowing how much money I make and what was in my bank account and stuff. I just asked him, where's the apartment that I'm supposed to have? What do you want me to have? Where am I supposed to be? Once I did that, Source didn't answer me. He didn't answer me audibly or through song or anything of that nature. I just got this urge, get up and go look one more time. So y'all, I get up. I filled all my jugs back up because I was like, hey, it took all 10 jugs last time. It may take 10 again. Y'all, going back out there. On, I think the second, I saw one apartment and I was like, they had a sign. I wrote down a number. And y'all know I didn't have a cell phone back in the day when I was 21 years old, okay? So I wrote the number down. I said, I'll call when I get back to the house. But then I came across this neighborhood. And it was like a neighborhood where a lot of elderly people live, right? Which is kudos. I love being around elderly people. Why? Because they don't keep up drumming. If they do, you too young to realize what's going on. It's way over your head, so it's like still peaceful, okay? So I see this duplex, and I go, oh, that duplex, it look like it's available. So I go and knock on the door, the person who's next door, right? And the little boy answered, the teenager answered the door, and I said, hey, is your mom or dad home? And he's like, my dad will be here such and such, my mom will be here such and such. And I said, okay. So I left and I came back. So his dad was there, and as soon as I knocked on the door, the dad answered the phone, and then the wife was pulling up, which is good. I was like, good, it's a married couple, which means it's a wholesome home, right? So I knock on the door, they answer, and the dad answer, and the wife is walking up. And I speak to the wife. Of course, that's the etiquette. You ladies, if there's a man in the house and he's married, you speak to that wife first before you say anything to that man, okay? That's just proper etiquette, okay? Same thing for you men. If you come to the house and you there to see a young lady and it's business, you speak to the husband first. That's proper etiquette. I just thought I'd throw that tip in there. But anyway, you guys, In other words, show respect to the other spouse because you won't come off as disrespectful, okay? But anyway, the dad came to the door and I was like, hey, I'm so and so and so, and I'm interested in this apartment. You know the person who owns it? He said, yeah. And the dude told me that the lady put him in charge of, you know, taking care of the duplex because they lived on one side and there was another side vacant. So he said, well, I tell you what, let me get your name, get your number, and where do you work? So I gave him my name and number, and I told him I work at the police department. He said, okay. He said, I'll tell her, and then she should give you a call. So y'all, next day went by, didn't hear anything. Next day went by, didn't hear anything. And so I was sitting at the table with my mom and sis. We were just laughing and talking and what have you, and the phone rang. I get to the phone, and I'm talking. I say, hey, yes. And I said, yes, this is she. Da, 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 da. And the lady said, the only thing I need from you is a deposit. And I was waiting on, is this possible to be? Because at the time I told you I worked at the police department and I was playing for churches, so I had to play the organ or the piano, what have you, and I would get paid for it, so I was getting money on the side as well. So y'all, she said the only amount I'm gonna need is $100 the deposit, and I was thinking, that's all? I got that? I can handle that. So I get the money and whatever, get that done. But here's a clue, you guys. Here's the thing. When I got to the phone, she asked, is this so and so and so and so? And I said, yes, it is. She said, we would love to have a police officer. We would love to have a police officer living in our duplex. I said, oh, okay. Now y'all know, good time where I was not Popo. I was not a police officer. I worked in property management, taking in evidence so that when court cases came in, I dissected and put the right things that I had to look at the evidence, type it up, put it in another bag, what have you, and then pass it on to the attorneys, when it was time for court. That's what I did, okay? I was never a cop. But did I tell her any different? I sure did not. That's what God wanted her to hear. That's what he wanted her to pick up on. Because I'm quite sure if I told her I worked somewhere else, she probably wouldn't have been interested. But she was like, we would love. I don't know if somebody was in her family was ever a police officer. She just loved people in service. So y'all, she was like, we would love to have a police officer. And y'all, long story short, I moved into the apartment. Actually, my sister moved in with me. So it was just a win-win all together, okay? So my thing was that I wasted a lot of time driving here and there, looking for something. Why? Because I was basing it off, I put limits on God instead of just asking from the get-go, saying, hey, listen, I want the best. I don't know what that best is, but show it to me. Or just like you may not know what the best is, but you have an idea of something that you really like. Because what you don't want to happen, you don't want to settle. What you don't want, you want a certain type of car. You want a certain type of car, and you're like, they gonna want this amount for it. Well, I only make that amount. That's you putting limits on God. So what you end up doing what? You don't take the limits off of God. You keep the limits on them, and you end up settling. So now every time you drive home or drive to work or drive anywhere, you see the car that you really want, and every time it passes by, you go, oh, that's the car I wanted. It still look good. And the interior still look nice. Yeah, that's the car I wanted. And now you stuck with payments for something that you really didn't want, but you settle with it. You're going to stick with it. You're going to stay with it. Why? Because you got to make them payments. Then now you're telling yourself, now after I finish this, then I'm going to go ahead and get it. And y'all know the worst part about it? That if you come across somebody with something that you knew you wanted, and then they tell you that the amount that they're paying on it or paying for it is way cheaper than what you thought it was going to be, you really get sick. You really need some NyQuil. You really need some Theraflu. You really need some Tylenol. Why? Because now you realize I put limitations on God. You realize you wasted your time and you ended up settling. So I'm here to tell y'all, don't waste your time by putting limitations on God. What you should start out aligned and connected. Being aligned and connected means you're allowing Source to be the forefront of moving in and out of your life. Therefore, when you request a thing, first of all, I told y'all, when you request something, Source already put that in there. When you're requesting the best, when you're requesting the possible, you get me? Why? Because there are no limitations. And so You want to do that. Align and connect and let source move in the forefront of your life so that you can get the best, the best, the best, so that you won't have to wait 6 months down the line and realize you got to upgrade. Or you got to wait a year later and say, oh, you know what, I've outgrown this. Now I got to now you stuck with 2 of them. You get what I'm saying? And y'all, last week, let me tell y'all this. Growing up, I only listened to gospel music. That's how we were raised. And then as I got older and got wiser and that source started to deal with me, I listened to all types of music. It doesn't matter what it is. If there's a message in it, a positive message, you better believe I'm on it. I'm gonna listen to it. If somebody say you want to listen to a rapper or you want to listen to a country singer, I'm like, yeah, let me hear it. Sometimes I just turn on the country station and just listen to it. Like, okay, I hear you. Or if I'm driving and somebody's rapping, I'm like, okay, yeah, they doing it. It's a lot of profanity, but let me just skip over the profanity and get the message. That's me. That's what I do, y'all. Because listen, I told you, ain't nobody perfect. You're only perfect in your gifts. And if you allow your pattern of how you go day to day and judging what people do and how they do it, you end up missing out on blessings, on messages, all because you say, oh, I don't listen to that. Or I don't go to places like that. Now, I've never been a drinker, never been a smoker, never been a person to go to a club. Never, ever, ever, ever. Why? It just had not been in me. If somebody tell me they go to a club, I don't look at them any kind of way. Why? Because maybe they find something, maybe there's some positive vibes that they get when they go, I don't know. So listen, don't exclude yourself. Don't put limitations on yourself either, because you are pushing away certain things because you think they are wrong or you think that it's a bad thing. And so because you think it's a bad thing, you refuse to listen to it, or you refuse to partake or hear a person speak because they don't do what you do or they don't go to places you go. Don't do that, y'all. Okay? I'm not telling you have to be like this person. I'm just saying, hey, just have an open mind. Remember the other thing? Get out of the box. Get out of the box. Get out of those 4 corners and explore. When I say explore, that means if somebody's talking to you and you know they may not go to the same church as you. They may not even be Christian. They may not even be Muslim. They may not even be Buddhist. They may not even be whatever. But if you open yourself up just to hear them speak every once in a while, you may find that you may learn something. You may find some strength in what they're talking about. You never know. I'm just saying you never know. But anyway, y'all, I said that to tell you this. Last week I was driving, going to get kids. Y'all know it. Y'all know how it is. So I was going to pick the kids up and I was like, you know what, Source? What do you want to tell me today? What is it that you want me to hear? What is it? So what I did, I turned off the radio, because sometimes I tell you I listen to jazz or whatever the kids are listening to, or I'll put it on Laugh USA to hear some comedic jokes and stuff, good vibrations. So I turned that off and I said, I'm just going to quiet my mind. And I told y'all, Source speaks to me a lot through songs. So I said, what is it that you want to tell me? So I quiet my mind. I'm driving. Kid you not, I hear a song by T.I. Now, the majority of the time when I'm listening to songs, if I hear a lot of music, it's either my music that I've composed that's on, on my equipment upstairs and stuff, or it's, like I said, it's either jazz or something, I'm listening to something else. But I rarely listen to rap. If I do hear it, I'm like, okay, that's a good message. I hear, I listen to it, but it's not like a everyday thing that I hear. It's like in a blue moon whenever I listen to it, okay? But anyway, a song by T.I. just comes across my mind. Out of nowhere. And mind you, I hadn't heard this song in like a few years. Hadn't thought about this song in a few years. I'm driving. And when I asked Source, what do you want me to hear? T.I. song comes to my head. And y'all know what song that was. It was the one that goes, you can have whatever you like. Hey, now y'all know I don't drink, so ain't no Patron on ice. And I was like, wait a minute. I shook my head. I was like, huh? I was like, is this it? And it kept going. You can have whatever you like. Hey, right? And then guess what? The other part came on. Go get it, I'll buy it. Said, you can get what I get. You know what? I was like, what? And I was just like, y'all, I was in the car like, y'all know, I kind of dance. I could do a mean bus stop. I could do a mean line dance, right? But my kids, they be doing something with the Millie Whopper, whatever. I don't know how you do it. Y'all know it. But y'all, I was in that car, in my mind, getting down like, what? You can have whatever you like. Y'all, I laughed so hard. And I had tears in my eyes because I was like, you chose that song to get that message to me? I mean, literally, you guys. Right after I asked us, what is it that you want me to hear today? What is it you want to tell me? What is it? And then I hear, you can have whatever you like. Yeah. Then it said, go get it, I'll buy it. I was like, what? Go get it, I'll buy it. Don't tell me. Go get it, I'll buy it. Y'all, I was like, what? But you know what? It felt so good because you know what? All the things that you may think that may be, oh, you can't listen to that kind of stuff. Oh, you can't do this. Source ain't a bit more worried about that. I talked to you guys yesterday about the melody. The song that Kirk Franklin still have. Melodies from heaven rain down on me. The main point, the main message. And that was the main thing Source wanted me to hear. But y'all, I laughed and had tears in my eyes. I know people were passing by me going, what in the world is she listening to? Because what I ended up doing afterwards, because the only part I kept hearing was, you can have whatever you like. And the part, go get it, I'll buy it. And I was like, huh? I was like, what's the rest of that song? So when I got to the stoplight, I got my phone. Because I was like, if I turn this radio on, this song is on, I'm going to really have to put this car in park and just be like doing a mean bus stop. Right? So I was like, let me put it on. So I put my phone on YouTube, put in the T.I song, and listen to the whole thing. And Source just interpreted exactly what I needed to hear. He said he just need to be in my life. I just need to be aligned and connected, in other words. And so y'all, it was such a beautiful thing, the fact that Source decided to come through T.I. Okay, all right. I like T.I. He's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool person. I like him. Why? Because he shows a lot of diplomacy when it comes to his kids. You always watch a person, a man how he handles himself with his kids, his mom, and his wife. And nobody's perfect, but when I was watching their reality TV show one time and I saw how great he was with his kids, I saw then, oh wow, this dude is smooth. I've heard his music before, but seeing him in that light, I was like, you know what, T.I, he all right, okay, he all right. But y'all, that's the song Source decided to let me in on, to give me the message. What? You can have whatever you like. Yeah. Go get it, I'll buy it. What? Go get it, I'll buy it. What? Which means what? I'm not putting any limitations on Source. He said, just go get it. What is it? I'm requesting what? Okay, Source, I request this. You got this? You got me? You got me? You got me? Okay, there's no limitations. I don't have to ask. I don't have to look at the price. I don't have to check my bank account. I don't be like Kevin Hart, way my bank is set up. I don't have to do that. You know what I mean? When I want something, I put it in there. Source knows he got me. And he has you. So listen, stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your time by putting limitations. On God. Okay? Y'all got it. I know I ran my mouth, y'all. I'm almost at 19 minutes here. And I know I ran my mouth. But hopefully you guys got something out of it. You understood the gist of the thing. And like I said, don't waste your time by putting limitations on God. Just don't. Don't do it. You'll be wasting your gas, be wasting your time, be wasting your food, be wasting a whole lot of stuff. You hear me? So make sure you stay aligned and connected. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know. Stay aligned and connected. Make sure Source is at the forefront of your life, moving in and through you. Okay? And then you go from there. Okay? Don't worry about how much you're making. Don't worry about, you know what I mean? I'm not telling you not to be wise, but you don't think Source knows how much your paycheck is every week or every 2 weeks or every month? You don't think Source knows that? You don't think Source knows that? Source knows how much money you make. Source knows how much you get back on your income tax. Source knows all of this stuff. So that's irrelevant to what you desire. You have to think what? Positive. Thus thinking what? Possible. Because if you go about this thing knowing that it's not on your dime, then you wouldn't even think about how much money I'm making. How much money do I need to do? You don't. But Source can make it where that thing where it will cost, either it will be free for you, or he will chop them numbers down so much for you to where even the person signing things off for you be like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. We ain't never sold a car this cheap. We ain't never sold a Mercedes at this price. We ain't never, ever. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I guess I better do it. You're going to be on the other end of that table going, yeah, go ahead and do it. Don't question yourself. Just keep going. Just keep going. It kind of remind me of this commercial my husband that we saw was it yesterday? Right before Super Bowl. With those commercials, I ain't gonna go to those, but it was a commercial we saw this was before the Super Bowl started. But this young lady, she was at IKEA, and the lady rung up everything, and the lady said, it'll be such, and the lady swiped the card, and she got the receipt, and she was walking fast, and we was like, what's going on? But the lady was like, start the car! Start the car! Because in her mind, she thought she was stealing. She thought she had got away with something that they were going to figure it out. So she was like, start the car before they changed their mind, before they realized what a great discount they just gave me. So it was so hilarious, you guys. And that's how it is with you. You don't know how Source is going to come through for you. Whether if you're asking for a healing or a new car, a new house, or that new promotion. You have that outfit that you've been eyeing, them shoes, or Louis Vuitton shoes. I don't know what you've been requesting. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you desire. I have no idea. But Source will make it to where it's the best type of deal, to where you'll feel like you want to tell somebody, start the car, and you running with the stuff because you in your mind like, no way that I got this for this amount. No way that they sold this car to me for this amount. No way that I got in this house for only this amount. No way that I got in this house with no down payment. No way. You get what I'm saying? So listen, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time by putting limitations on Source, on God. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Have in your mind and clarity exactly what it is that you desire. Put that request in. Know it's not on your dime. Know that it is not on your dime. And make sure you're aligned and connected in Source and moving forward in the forefront of your life, in and through your life. And even if you're not sure of what it is that you want, but you know you want the best, then what you do then, you do like I did. I said, Source, you know what? I've been out here looking. While I had Source on a limitation, I've been out there looking. I said, you know what? I don't know exactly. I know I want a nice apartment. And I was at 21 years old. And this was me speaking. And I was like, you know what? I know I want an apartment. I want a nice one. I don't know where it is. I don't know. I just don't know. But I know you know. So can you guide me and show me where I'm supposed to go? And he did that. So you may have to take that route. You may not know the exact address or you may not. So in other words, you take that route. But listen, don't you waste your time by putting limitations on Source. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you'll end up regretting it. You'll end up seeing what you really want, somebody else having it, and you're going, it still look nice. Yeah, that car still look nice. Yeah. Wow. I should have got that. I should have went ahead and got it. Okay? Don't settle. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Okay? All right, y'all. I hope y'all got the gist of it. Y'all started talking again. Y'all, it got good again. But y'all, I'm serious about that song, y'all. That T.I song. That really got me. Y'all, I laughed and cried all at the same time and jamming, just doing a milli whop and all kind of stuff while I was in the car listening to that song. But y'all, it was such a blessing, just the fact that supposed to come through T.I in that song. You can have whatever you like. What's the Eddie Murphy Coming to America? The lady was jumping on one foot. Ooh, ooh. What do you like? Whatever you like. Ooh. And that's what Source came to me. You can have whatever you like. Go get it. I'll buy it. What you say? You don't say Source. Go get it and you gonna buy it? It ain't on my dime. What? Okay. But that's how it was, you guys. And I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I'm almost at 25 minutes. I'm not going to apologize for taking up your time. Because I warned y'all at the beginning. I told y'all if it got good, I'm going to do what? Keep on talking. Y'all, sometimes my husband click on my channel to listen to me, and he said, babe, it got good to you, but I had to get some work done, so I couldn't watch the whole thing. He said, you kept on talking. But y'all know me by now that if it gets good, I'm gonna keep on talking. But seriously, I hope y'all got the gist of it. Don't waste your time by putting limitations on source, by putting limitations on God, okay? I'll talk to y'all soon. If you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mask a smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. I'll talk to y'all soon. I got to get in here and clean this house up. Y'all, it's my cleanup Monday cleanup day. Yes, it is. So I got to get in here and clean up this house before my husband gets home and before I pick up these kids. But, get the house clean and what have you, and go from there and get a little work done and do some other little things around the house and work on some other stuff. But anyway, y'all, in other words, I got a long day, and I got some stuff to do, and it's going to be productive. Thank y'all so much for clicking on my channel with All Smiles Over Here. I'll talk to y'all soon. Be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed. Y'all know what's coming next. Ciao.